Mount St. Joseph defeated boys line 61-41 yesterday evening. It was the 773rd career victory for MSJ coach Apache and his 31st season on the Gales bench. That victory was Apache bench former MSJ coach John Brady for the fourth most victories all time in Maryland boys high school history. Put your hands together and recognize Coach Apache fourth all-time boys high school basketball coach. Now St. Joseph High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior in all athletic contests. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and acts and respect the decisions of the game officials. What you do and say during the contest reflects on your team, school, and your community. Enjoy the game.
Hello and welcome back to the Smith Center for MSJ basketball. My name is James Thomas and I'm joined today by Alex Quast as the Gales take on the Gilman Greyhounds.
Hello everyone, we got the 25th ranked Gales sitting at 19-3, 6-0 in the MIA Red Division, which puts them in first place, and also 6-1 in the BCL. And we have the Gilman Greyhounds, who are currently 1-3 in the MIA, which puts them in sixth. A pretty disappointing season to start off for them.
And the big news for the Gales today is that they are without their star player, Amani Hansberry. The senior is out with a hip injury, and he said that he will be back for Friday versus Mount Carmel. And the Gales win the tip. So, in Amani's, this is actually a much different starting five, as Galloway and Truitt are starting in place of Sean Clark and Hansberry. And the Gales come up empty on their first possession. Gilman looking to get a hot start to this game. The deep three, and it's off. The hustle, they get the ball back. Gilman's gonna kick it out. And that's a travel. And the Gilman coach is very loud on the sideline. Exactly what you would like to hear from the coach. And they get it out. Abrams, corner three. And it's off.
Looks like
Truitt, big rebound.
3-2.
Abrams again. Boom! Abrams with the early three. Gilman now looking to respond. And the lay is good for Jawan Lane.
Ace with a pretty light defensive possession to start out.
Abrams. Truitt, corner three. Is off. Now Gilman. Respond again.
Ball pressure from Truitt.
The jumper is off. Valentine coming down the court. Valentine, It looked like Valentine could have had a bit more on that pass, but he didn't, and then the Greyhounds come up with a steal. Gilman get it inside, and that's Supreme with the bucket.
Ace hasn't had a great start on the defensive end. He's given up two buckets so far, one a straight line drive and the other one a backdoor cut.
Farrell inside, and one! Quick bucket for the Gales as the Greyhounds fell asleep on defense.
Yeah, the Greyhounds are sitting in a 1-2-2 zone, half court, and they found Ty in the middle a bunch of times to either look opposite or get to the bucket.
The Greyhounds are definitely fortunate that Hansberry is not in this game. They're not exactly a big team. So Farrell should look to have a great game here on the offensive end, as he always does. Gilman, they're sticking with the Gales early. The shot is off from Lane. Farrell looking to push it. Abrams, oh. Now he had too much on that pass. That's some good pressure from Ryan Truitt. Oh, but the cut, you can't allow that. Great help defense, but Truitt loses it. And Gilman capitalizes.
I think it's great to see Truitt in this type of situation with Hansberry out. He's getting his opportunity as a younger player on this team. He hasn't got many minutes so far, but he's really making it tough for the coaches not to play.
Valentine cuts it in, and one! Valentine somehow found a way to get that shot off, and he is looking to convert on the three-point play. This is not a great start from the Gales. The intensity isn't really there. I feel a bit lackadaisical, especially on the defensive end. And they need to wake up soon, and they're going to try to do it with a press. And Truitt gets the steal. And his floater is blocked. But Farrell gets the ball back. He's doubled. Galloway inside spin move, and he puts it in. Good possession from the Gales. And now Truitt is the lone man pressuring. Gilman gets it across half court. The intensity is still there. Picking the big pick, but Farrell comes up with the block. He gets the ball. Galloway, jumper. Oh, and that's off. Truitt, big rebound. Valentine. Galloway down to Farrell. Farrell doubled in the corner, and that's off on Gilman. This zone is causing the Gales some trouble when they get it to the corner, as Gilman's trapping. But Farrell went up, and that was a big foul. Farrell, once again, he's going to have to be the star here tonight without Hansberry and against the smaller Gilman team. Despite the Gales' slow start, they're still up 11-6, so they'll take it. And Farrell, the second free throw, is off. When Truitt got up there, unfortunately the Gales don't come away with it. Gilman down on the other end, offensive rebound, kicks it out, three, and he hits it. Quinn Horensky with the big three. And that will force the Gales to take a timeout, up 11-9. And we'll be right back after this timeout. And we are back. And I believe that time I was actually called by Gilman. And this zone is interesting as they have one of the bigger guys. Oh, Valentine, corner three, and he hits it. Good look from the Gales.
Like you said on the zone, they have number 11.
You see, Supreme.
Yeah, they have him in the middle and dropping. to guard Ty in the middle, Ty on Farrow, and it's working pretty well.
Corner three is off. Valentine looking to push it. Gets it to Galloway. Galloway into Farrell. Truitt, unable to come up with the ball. That's a second early turnover here from Farrell. And now Sean Clark is coming into the game for Ryan Truitt. And the Gales with the little zone press here.
And a bit of a 1-2-1-1.
And now they're slowing it down, Gilman. They look to get it inside. He almost loses it. Jab step, gets it inside. Abrams, some great help defense, but they come up with the ball. DeJuan Lane again. And again, the defense just they're just not as intense as they need to be. Oh, the jump step, but he gets rejected by Herensky.
Yeah, I feel like Ace has been a little bit tired on the defensive end. He's kind of just letting people get by him, allowing straight line drives, not really having the best time boxing out, which has allowed for some buckets for Gilman.
And now they sub in DJ Wingfield for Abrams. Valentine three, that's off. But now they take out Abrams, who was one of the bright spots defensively for the Gales. He was playing some great help defense.
I find it interesting that the Gales are in a zone press. We haven't really seen that from them much this year.
Travel.
It's not working out very well for them. Gilman's finding the middle and getting it down the floor.
Harrison Schlein got a bit too excited there. Interesting to hear their coach yelling out commands.
So in that 1-2-2.
It looks like it's a 1-2-2, but and that's a big lay from Sean Clark. Looks like Gilman's playing a 1-2-2, but the man up top drops back once they get it down low.
Yeah, he's dropping in the middle, preventing anything from happening in there.
So it's like a 1-2-2 that flexes into a 2-1-2.
Yes.
And Herensky inside. And Gilman. I was not expecting it to be this close. The Gales need to wake up soon. They look to get inside to Farrell, and that's another steal from Gilman. Oh, and the Euro step. And they call a block on Clark.
Looks like Clark wasn't really set in front. He kind of leaned into the defender. That's what made it a block.
I think it's because Lane did a good enough job at getting around him instead of going through him with that Euro step. Always a tough call for the refs, but Gilman's going to get it out to Herensky. And Valentine's just going to take it from him. Valentine all the way, and he puts it in. That's what you want to see.
That's the type of defense you expect from him.
And Wingfield just being a pest here on the inbound. Valentine is telling his guys to play man, come out of that zone press.
Yeah, it's like they've dropped back into man, full court man.
Lane's getting inside. Rebound, and they put it in. That's Matt Parker. One last shot here potentially for the Gales.
8 seconds to go.
And Valentine. 5, 4, kicks it out Green, and they call a flat. Oh, they call a travel. Now the Greyhounds have 1.6 seconds here to get up a last shot in this first quarter. Throw it down the court. The three is off. Great final look from the Greyhounds as the Gales go into this half up 18-15. We'll be back at the start of the second quarter. And we are back for the second quarter of Gales basketball. And it's important to mention that in the Gales game yesterday versus Boys Latin, in their victory, Coach Clatchy reached a milestone.
Yes, he achieved his 773rd win of his career, 31 seasons with the Gales, which makes him the fourth most winningest coach in history of the state of Maryland for high school basketball. And he's only 8 away from reaching third place, which could happen this season.
He passed Annapolis coach John Brady, and next up on his list is Koki Robertson, the former Goretti coach. For the Gales, it seems like they're picking and choosing when to play hard. They just let them get in the middle, let them get in the paint, let them get these open looks, or they cause a turnover. It seems like there's no real in-between. And again, if you're Clatchy, you want to be telling your guys that they need to play a lot harder. Wingfield three is off. Clark, hustle, rebounds.
It doesn't look like Clatchy's happy about the effort on either end. On offense, they've got too many turnovers, and defense, the intensity is just not there.
Valentine gets in the middle, gets it to Green, and he puts it in. Great look from Valentine. And it's so fun to watch there. The coach for Gilman. Very loud. He's letting his guys know whenever there's a shooter. Gilman maybe got away with the 3 seconds. But then they get it inside and get fouled. Dewan Lane has just been able to feast in the lane, and he's been drawing all these fouls.
Sean Clark made the mistake of jumping there. It was a good job by number 12 in Gilman. He got him up in the air and drew a foul.
The Gales are lucky that Gilman has not been converting on these free throws.
Yeah, that was DeJuan Lane that drew that foul.
Quinn Horansky comes out of the game and is met with an applause. He's had a great first half so far. And he likely won't be out for long. Now the Gales are going to get this offense started. Winfield kicks it out. Valentine gets it inside Joe Green, and it's off. Oh, and they say it's off Gilman. It looked a lot like it was off Joe Green, but Valentine inbounds it to Farrell. Abrams three is good. You give him the slightest amount of room, and he's going to put it in the bucket. Gilman almost got it inside again. Shot is off. Joe Green just elevated for that rebound. And now Valentine kicks it out Wingfield. Jumper is off.
Usually you'd expect Winfield to make that. He's known as a shooter.
I think you would expect a lot of these guys to make those rare mistakes.
But even with the miss, that's the type of look you want.
And now Truitt's back in. And he's coming in for DJ Wingfield. And it's so odd to see that the Gales, they haven't been playing down to their competition all year. But why can't they play with the same intensity that they played against Montverde or St. Francis? Oh, and Abrams, what a pass. Joe Green lays it in.
Yeah,
Joe,
go
ahead.
Like we were talking about, they beat Boys Latin last night by 20 points, but the intensity wasn't there. It seemed like they kind of played down to their competition like we were talking about. And looks like they're continuing that here tonight, even though they're up 9.
But Joe Green has been getting a lot of good looks here offensively. And we obviously know how good he is defensively. So the three is good. Luke Frankovich is one of the 3 captains for the Greyhounds. Abrams, a little bit of room, and he pulls it and it's off. Abrams keeps on getting some good looks. Eventually they're going to start falling more. But again, the Gales allow the Greyhounds to just get inside and get a free bucket there.
That's what they're really missing Amani, who usually locks down the paint. They're getting a lot of free looks at the rim. The drives and then the help coming. They just got an easy bounce pass.
So Farrell inside and he gets fouled. And you gotta wonder, with Hansberry out for this game, will sophomore Brandon Holmes get a bit more playing time? Especially with the Gales struggling with their interior defense. Maybe they'll look to get their 6'8" sophomore with some more playing time. And it's really tough for the Gales because, you know, Farrell's really the big man now, and Farrell's not used to being the one to just lock down the paint.
Yeah, he's more of a stretch 4 man. He can drive the ball, but he's not really a post player.
That was a bit more intensity there when they were fighting for that rebound. But again, you can only imagine what Clatchy's going to say in the locker room. And Gilman gets inside. And a traveling is called. We will get a live look at the coach here from Gilman, as he has more energy than the entire Gales team combined.
Yes, he's very active on the sideline. He knows where he wants his players to be. He tells them exactly where they need to be. That's really helping them out on the floor.
And you can hear him when they're on defense. Anytime a good shooter gets the ball, he's yelling, "Shooter, shooter!" He doesn't want his guys to fall asleep. Offensive foul. Farrell threw the elbow, and he gets caught. And Gilman just breaks the press so easily. But the Gales get back on defense. They're gonna look to get an inside look here for Supreme. This short jumper is off. Truitt inside, and he gets it to go. Great possession there from the Gales and from Ryan Truitt. Horensky's short jumper is off. And a good bit of defense there from Yasir Supreme. that last possession, Truitt looked off a defender, secured the ball. He looked like a running back. He got the layup to fall.
And, on the floor, it really hurts not to have Monty Hansberry out there. But even mentally for the players, to not have one of your guys that usually plays the entire game, it can hurt.
Farrell inside, rebound and putback is good from Truitt. And Valentine intercepts that pass. Truitt, Now the Greyhounds looking to push it. Horensky loses the ball. And Gilman with the timeout. Like the way the Gales are playing, I would say Clatchy wants this timeout more. And we'll be right back after this timeout. We are back as the Gales lead 31-21, but it does not feel like they are up 10 right now. Gilman is playing with much more intensity right now. They're looking better on the defensive end, and if a few more shots fell for them, they'll be right in this game. And there's just not enough movement from the Gales. Sure gets the ball in the corner though, the trap, get it to Abrams. He gets it inside, and wow. That's why he's going to be playing D1 next year. And Gilman, they rush a shot, and it's off. Valentine, spin move.
Gilman's very quick on the defensive end with their feet and their hands. But Abrams did exactly what the Gales need to do more of, just take it to the bucket. And that's really the way you combat that. If they're in the passing lanes, it's very hard to swing the ball around. So by attacking, it opens up with them more.
Yeah, it's hard to guard the pass and the drive at the same time.
Yes, it is.
Which is what we've seen the Gales attack with Truitt a few possessions ago and Abrams this last possession. And now what I think the Gales should do offensively, I think they need to get the ball to Farrell up top more. He gets a bit more momentum driving to the bucket. He's going to have a better look.
Yeah, he's the guy they really rely on for their drives.
But a lot of these post looks aren't doing it for him. Abrams almost comes up with the steal, and they blow the layup. And Abrams secures the ball. He might have Galloway here. Galloway. No. Truitt. Oh. And they call it travel on Truitt. He's just saying he took that first step before he dribbled. But it is what it is. Now Gilman, break the press, and the floater's good.
Horensky with another bucket there. He's been the focal point for this team on the offensive end.
Defensively, he's doing a great job of playing the middleman in this zone.
Yeah, they're really locking down Farrell in there. He's not finding those driving lanes because he's not getting the ball.
Oh, and Galloway just throws it away. He thought he had Farrell. He did not.
But if they drive the ball like Abrams did, they can get the middle there because Horensky's going to be forced to help.
Or maybe just a bit more movement. The Gales feel so stagnant on offense.
That's true too.
There's just some guys who are standing in the corner, not doing much. Just lackadaisical from the Gales. Now, Gilman. Orensky jumper is off. Rebound, Valentine. Valentine had like 3 guys on him, and the spacing is just terrible from the Gales. Hall and Abrams are standing right next to each other, and another was in the same corner. The Gales foul. The transition defense.
The Gilman coach with the towel over his shoulder, yelling across the court. Again, like we talked about, he's very vocal, and this is really helping this team stay in this game.
Ball to Horensky. Down to Supreme. Missed the cutting man. Farrell with some good defense. And the Gals are slowing this down.
He's also getting the bench fired up.
And Galloway and Hall look open, but once they get the ball, they're going to get trapped. And now there's 20 seconds left, 10 on the shot clock for the Gales. Only enough time for one shot for the Gales, and then Gilman will get a shot. 3 seconds, step back, 3, and it's short.
Couldn't get the ball inside that whole possession.
And Gilman is really doing a good job of drawing these fouls. They find a little bit of contact and jerk their head back, and fair play to them. Oh, the ref is playing a little bit of soccer. Now the Gales are in the bonus. Or Gilman's in the bonus, sorry, the Gales. They fouled enough for them to be in the bonus. Gilman has got this down to a 10-point game. Dewan Lane with his second free throw, and it's off.
It's like a violation called on the shooter. Dewan
Lane.
Sorry.
Not something you often see called. And now he subs off. Gilman potentially going for a better defensive lineup here. Gales get the ball to Abrams. Abrams 3. Oh, and it's short. And we go into the half as the Gales lead 34-24. It was a lackadaisical half from the Gales, but they're still up 10. And we will be back at the start of the third quarter.
What's up, everyone? It's Alex Boss here at halftime. I'm here with Ryan Truitt. Ryan, this is your first start of the year. How are you feeling? What do you want to show the coaching staff during this game?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I can show I do everything all around. Play with my energy.
Yeah. How do you evaluate your performance on the defensive and offensive ends?
I think I'm playing pretty well right now. I think we should, as a team, we can play better defense and rebound more.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing by with manager Harry Kennedy. What do we hear from Coach Clatchy and the coaching staff in the locker room?
We got to do a better job containing 12 and 5 when they start driving in. We got to get number 11 that third foul, because if you get his third foul, it'll take him out of the game. It'll make us more effective.
Is Coach showing any frustration or any sort of mad?
Not as much
feeling?
as I thought, but at the same time, if I was him, like, that was an ugly game to watch in the first half. I know you guys were talking about it on the broadcast, but that was ugly, man. Like, we really got to pick it up defensively. He said that in there. We got to move the ball. We're going to make some adjustments at halftime, but, man, that was just a bad first half to watch.
All right, thank you, Harry.
Yep.
Back to you guys upstairs. Any microphones?
And we are back for the second half of Gales basketball. And Alex, after that disappointing first half for the Gales, who are you watching for this team to get them back on track? And Valentine hits the three early on.
Yeah, I'm looking out for Tyon Farrell on the offensive end. He's been consistently the Gales' leading scorer, and he hasn't really gotten much. He's been looking in the middle of the zone, but he hasn't really found a way to get the ball and take it to the bucket. So I'm really looking for if he's able to do that this half.
And so since our last broadcast, the Gales played 3 games, and one of which was at the Spalding Hoop Hall Classic. Great contest there from Pharrell. But one of which was at the Spalding Hoop Hall Classic, where they faced North Laurel from Kentucky. And Tyon was the team's leading scorer with 19 points. So you're looking for him to have a big half for this half and to close out this game strong for the Gales. But in the meanwhile, he had a great look there down to Austin Abrams. And Truitt with some great defense. Gets it up to Valentine, and it's good. Early timeout from Gilman.
That's the type of energy we want to see from the Gales coming in the first minute. It's very crucial to set the tone.
And I think Gilman's coach needs to be getting back to his verbal level that he was in the first half. His guys are a bit... So far, the intensity has been more for the Gales, and Gilman has been a lot less intense this half, at the very start of this half. But, you know, he needs to be shouting out those commands as he was. And we will see if he does in the next 30 seconds after this timeout. And we are back as Gilman's offense is looking to come alive here. Once again, they're breaking the Gales' press with those long passes. And Truett's playing some high-intense defense.
Like you said at halftime, he's really showing his defensive pressure and his quickness.
And it's Tyler Marshall he's guarding. And now Supreme spin move. What a move. Yes, sir, Supreme. There's a bit more movement here from the Gales offense. Farrell drives in, and he gets the foul.
Yeah, Farrell getting fouled there. He's really, hopefully he's going to pick it up in this half. That could be a starting point for him.
That's exactly the look you want for Farrell there.
Yeah, he's 3 for 4 from the line so far in this game.
Okay, 4 for 5. And as I began to mention a bit earlier, the Gales have played 3 games since their last broadcasted game, or 4 games, sorry. The Gales lost at St. Maria Goretti, which is the reason that they are tied now. Or perhaps that was before our last broadcast, I'm not sure. Either way, they defeated John Carroll 94-48 at John Carroll. And Valentine was one of the shining spots, one of the bright spots for the Gales. And Wingfield had a great game. At one point in the game, he went on an 8-0 run all by himself. Or he had 8 straight buckets. I don't know if John Carroll scored or not. And again, the Gales defeated North Laurel from Kentucky at the Spalding Hoopball Classic. The final score was 54-48. And the Gales notably held the number 26 senior and Kentucky commit Reed Shepard to only 13 points on a 5 for 21 shooting performance. And the shot is off there from Gilman. And once again, Farrell led the scoring for the Gales with 19. Valentine had 15. And Hansberry had a 14-point double-double. And finally, yesterday, the Gales defeated Boys Latin 61-41. Although from what I've heard, the Gales did not look too good in that game. And Truitt dishes it off. Farrell and one.
There goes Ty on attacking the basket.
Exactly what we were talking about when you said that he was the player to watch out for this half. We will see if he can convert the three-point play. That's off. Rebound goes to Valentine. And there's the Greyhounds coach, reminding that middleman that he has to be the yo-yo, at least from what I understand. that he has to come up when the Gales have it at the top of the arc and drop back when Farrell gets an open look. Farrell, and he throws it away. And that's a shot clock violation there from the Gales, as nobody had possession as the shot clock went off, which is why the Greyhounds will have to inbound this instead of getting a free look. Great offensive look from the Greyhounds. They just don't convert, but the rebound, and he doesn't convert as well. Beautiful play there from Gilman. Farrell loses the ball. Valentine, 3 is off. Big rebound from Gilman. As Gilman's somewhat been in the and sure like to jump that passing lane. Oh, and there's too much on that pass. There's a reason that a lot of these guys are in here now on the football field as Farrell and 1.
Another great attack to the basket by him. Very used to seeing that. Didn't really see that in the first half, like I talked about. He's going back to attacking the basket.
Farrell just continues to prove you right. We will see again if he can convert on another three-point play. And he will. And Truitt, oh, he almost jumped that pass. He doesn't look very comfortable with the ball. He throws it away. Abrams, 4-on-2. Abrams kicks it out. Truitt. And Gilman gets back on defense. Truitt, corner 3, and it's off. The Gales have wisely been avoiding the corners as much as possible. Oh, foul called there on Valentine. As Tyler Marshall will head to the line. As I mentioned, the Gales have avoided the corners against the zone defense, as every time they get it to the corner, a trap comes from the Greyhounds. Although maybe that's what they want. Maybe if you bait them into a trap, you can get an open look. But so far in this half, the Gales have done a great job at when they're pressing. So they press after the free throws, from what I've noticed. And Gilman has been beating it with those long passes to the man at half court, or near the hash, between the hash mark and half court. But so far in this half, Ryan Truitt has been doing a good job at jumping those passes.
Sorry, it looks like
disrupting.
Gilman's running a little box and 1.
And it doesn't work as Farrell is just feasting on the Greyhounds. Move inside, and it's good. Yasir Supreme. And Gilman, they've been a three-headed monster this game.
We're running a little bit of a box and 1 on ace, actually, with Tyler Marshall following around ace in the defensive end, and the rest of the guys playing sort of a box zone.
But the three-headed monster that I referenced for the Greyhounds so far in this game has been Quinn Herensky, the senior forward, DeJuan Lane, the junior wing, and Yasir Supreme, the junior forward. Supreme did a great job early in this game of getting the ball inside, and he's continued to make some tough buckets in the paint. And watch, we will see the Gales after Truitt, assuming he makes this bucket, they're going to press. Sun comes in. That's Sean Clark. The intensity has been much better here in the second half for the Gales. And the 1-2-1 zone is broken. Oh, and the block by Abrams! Abrams came out of nowhere. Abrams inside, and he gets it to go. What an offensive and defensive drive there from Abrams. Oh, and Valentine tips it away. Abrams, with the way he plays, you would not expect him to be that athletic. He plays so composed and I don't want to say stiff as in a bad way, but offensively he's more controlled. And the Greyhounds almost throw that away. So when we see these freakishly athletic blocks, and they call that a charge, right?
Yeah, Joe Green draws the charge.
Great charge taken by Joe Green. Well, we see these freakishly athletic moments from Abrams, and they just blow my mind. The Gales a lot more movement on offense in the second half, as I mentioned earlier. Wingfield with Farrell. Inside. Hey. And Farrell. Oh, and another charge. Oh, no. A block called on Joe Green. And now Brandon Holmes will see his first minutes of the game as Farrell receives an applause from all the Gales supporters here in the Smith Center.
Joe Green again putting his body on the line at the defensive end. Just didn't get the call there. But he gets the board.
Oh, and Wingfield, you hope he's okay. And he looks like he is. Wingfield fell a bit awkwardly. As I mentioned, 6'8" sophomore, Brandon Holmes, subbing in for the first time this game. Oh my goodness! Tyler Marshall. I don't know how he managed to get that to fall. A little double there from the Greyhounds. Wingfield, Clark 3, and it's off. Rebound Greyhounds. And Lane and one.
That was fine defense by Holmes there. Just a very tough finish.
DeJuan Lane will look to convert on the three-point play.
As a guard, he's done a great job getting to the line and getting fouled. He attacks the basket on fast breaks and in transition. He's really broken up the Gales defense.
You gotta imagine that interior defense will get better with Brandon Holmes in the game. He comes away with that rebound. And now it's a bit of a different look here from the Greyhounds. Kicks it out to Wingfield. Wingfield, his shot is off. Marshall gets to the middle and he hits that jumper. It's Tyler Marshall, the sophomore guard. And now Valentine looking to make an impact here. And he gets fouled. Neither team, the Gales just went into the bonus. On the other side, the Gales have 5 fouls this quarter. 2 away from Gilman shooting 1-on-1. Valentine converts. And coming into this second half, we said that Farrell was the player to watch. But now, as we're approaching the fourth quarter, I would say Valentine's the player to watch. As we can see, or we wish to see, his explosive offensive abilities. Oh, and a great look there. Good defense from Brandon Holmes, but nobody boxes out. And DeJuan Lane comes up with the rebounds.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how many points Farrell had at halftime, maybe like 5 or 6, but he has 16 now. That's 10 or 11 here in this third quarter.
But Green gets it inside, and he goes over his defender. Now with 10 seconds left, Gilman will look to have the last shot of the quarter. 5, 4, 3. He kicks it out. The three is off. As the Gales go into the fourth quarter, up 20. We'll be back at the start of the fourth.
Interested in broadcasting or commentating for Instagale Sports? Send an email to Mr. Schulteis to let him know that you are interested and join and be a part of our broadcast team. Now back to the boys in the booth.
For the fourth quarter, 8 more minutes of Gales basketball tonight. As Brandon Holmes stays in the game, Clatchy has been using a lot more of the younger guys. Oh, and the jumper is good. Tyler Marshall has been making an impact here in the second half. It's interesting to see, though, that Valentine is the sole starter in the game at the moment. And what a look, Joe Green inside. A great dish from Brandon Holmes. Green, oh, and the three is good. DeJuan Lane.
Yeah, the Gales just going to the screen on that one. That wasn't the right choice.
And Gilman has come out hot in the start of this fourth quarter. The jumper, Holmes. Oh. And, yeah, so,
I don't mind the shot selection there, but just wasn't a shot that time.
In case you blinked, you didn't miss anything. As Gilman looks to continue putting up points. Valentine comes up with the steal. He goes through a bunch of defenders. Oh, and Clark loses it on the way up. Gilman is now down 16.
They're not going away. They're still fighting.
Oh, and what a drive from DeJuan Lane. Gilman does not. Don't tell Gilman that they're down 14. Because they surely don't know that. Farrell gets it inside, loses it on the way up. Oh, they call a foul. And the Gilman bench is not happy with that. And the Gales, did they call a shooting foul? I guess they did.
Did they call a shooting foul? No, the Gales are in the bonus. No, they're not. Sorry.
They're only in the
I don't
single
know what I'm talking
bonus.
about. No, they are in the bonus. Sorry, I had a crisis.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Supreme kicks it out. Open three. Oh, and he misses. Oh, and great intensity there from Marshall. As the Gales keep the ball. Sessionary goes their way. It's important to note, so obviously the Gales are missing Hansberry. But Hansberry, we have to say congratulations as and Abrams, tough fall. But Hansberry has been nominated, or he's been named as a nominee to the the McDonald's All-American game.
And it's really deserving for him. He worked very hard over the summer in Peach Jam for his AAU team, Team Durant. And he's continued that through the high school season. Gotten on the national stage a couple of times at the Iolani Classic and up at the Hoop Hall Classic last weekend. And shown out in front of a lot of scouts.
And you can just see his impact as the Gales have not looked as dominant tonight.
Same with last night. Hansberry did not play either. And they just didn't have that same intensity that they usually do.
And Hansberry, as we mentioned, had a great summer. Came into the summer unranked, and now he is in the 60s. And obviously, during the summer, or at the start of the school year, committed to Illinois. He's going to be playing in the Big Ten. Burrell inside, and it rolls in. Speaking of commitments, that man right there still is uncommitted. Obviously, he's only a junior, but scouts, if you're watching, you might want to get on that right now. Oh, and off his shoe.
Yeah, last season, I think over the summer actually, Tyon Farrell got an offer from Rhode Island, his first D1 offer. He's looking to pick that up. Usually you don't really see players getting offers during the high school season, but over the AAU season, hopefully I'll pick up some more heading into next year. It'll be a senior year.
And Valentine wanted a quick look there, but Joe Green, and he puts it short. As the Gilman coach is yelling at his team, he's telling his guys, he said, "Team, I need your body, not your hands." Reminding his guys to keep their feet active more so than their hands. Although Marshall has his hands active, and he comes away with a steal. And Gilman throws it away. And also, as we mentioned, the Gales are 25th ranked according to Max Preps. Also in the rankings, the new update. Farrell gets it inside. And it rolls out. But also in the rankings, Paul VI, the Gales' first loss of the year, is now the #1 team in the country. And that's 3 free throws. Mistake there from Joe Green.
Yeah, and the Gales played PVI earlier in the year. It was not a good performance. They lost by 30, but that's a really tough team to play. They're very talented.
And their second loss of the year was against Newman Goretti in the Iolani Classic, who is now ranked 8th in the country, according to Max Preps.
Yeah, the Gales were as high as 19th, but they dropped 6 spots to 25 after the loss to St. Maria Goretti last week.
And notably, St. Maria Goretti is unranked. surely as the year goes on, Max Preps will notice them.
Yes.
Timeout for Gilman. So they're down 15. Not out of it, not necessarily in it. We will be back after this timeout. And we are back as the Gales lead 64-49 with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Gilman with a little bit of pressure here off the inbounds. Valentine picks up his dribble. Abrams gets it down to Truitt. What a look. We've talked about Abrams in every facet of his game, but not much as a passer. Great closeout from Abrams. And Gilman needs some big and quick buckets here as time is running out. Oh, and they look to get it inside, but they throw it away. And if I'm correct, the Gilman coach is calling for a box and one on
Ace
Valentine.
Yeah, they did that earlier in the third quarter.
Abrams just drives in. He tells them, Coach, why aren't you guarding me? Oh, his layup is off. Gets the rebound. Goes out of bounds off the Gales.
I don't really see what that employs playing the box and one. Ace hasn't had the greatest game. I mean, usually you play a box and one when a player is absolutely torching your defense. I haven't really seen that from Ace yet.
And maybe the Gales. Oh, but Abrams loses the ball on the way up. Truitt gets the ball and one. Truitt with his first start of the year, and he's been making the most of it. And with Hansberry out, a lot of Gales have seen playing time tonight. Elijah Hall, Brian Truitt. Now A.J. Norman is in the game. Three is off. Rebound Hall. Valentine's bringing it all the way, and he loses the ball. And now he will come out for Joaquin Aguiman. Notably, Tyon Farrell is still staying in the game. It is somewhat disappointing to see that with Hansberry out, no one really stepped up and had a big game with those minutes that I was talking about earlier. Truitt has had some great minutes, don't get me wrong. And Farrell has had a great game, but nobody's really thrived with those extra minutes.
I feel like Farrell, he had a really slow first half, maybe getting used to not having Amani on the floor. But coming into that third quarter, he really picked up the pace, drove to the bucket, got fouled, and that really helped the Gales stretch out this lead.
Now Holmes comes in as Pharrell has seen his last action of the game. Oh, True with the nice handles. Gets it inside. NyQuil! He gets it to go. Oh, and Truitt. He gets the steal. Oh, and his layup is off.
Hey, you know, some people call him NyQuil, but this game, he's been really energetic. You know, sometimes usually he's on the bench for some of these games like this. He's really stepped up, really shown energy on both ends of the floor, especially on the defensive end. And he's shown the coaching staff that he deserves more playing time.
Truitt, one of the Gales to put Greyhounds to sleep. They get it inside, and Norman just takes it. Forces the jump ball. And there's 6 seconds left on the shot clock. They kick it out to the corner, deflected off Norman. And there's 2 on the shot clock. And Coach Kalachi is yelling at his team. Told him there's 2 on the shot clock, don't foul. The 3 is short. And a shot clock violation is called. And as we approach the end of this game, we'll be live again on Friday at 6 versus Mount Carmel. All the students watching, let's pack the house. So be here, even though we're off that day. Come out and support the team. Holmes gets on the board.
Yeah, this is a big game for the Gales, their next one. They just hit their 20-win mark after this one. And Carmel's one of the bigger competition in the MIAA and in the BCL. It's going to be a big one.
And the Gales last year faced Mount Carmel in the MIAA championship. Came out victorious. In their last game at Mount Carmel, they also came out victorious. It'll still be an interesting game to see. And hopefully we will see the return of Hansberry. Oh, step back 3. But for Gilman, after this game, they will go down to 2-10 on the year. The Gales will improve to 20-3 as there's 7 seconds left. When they get the steal, they maybe just dribble this out. Behind the back, Truitt inside, and he doesn't put it in.
And we'll have to wait for the Goretti result to see where the Gales stand in the BCL.
But after this, at the end of the game, the Gales win 74-51. We will see you on Friday. I'm James Thomas, and I was joined by Alex Quas. We hope you have a good night.